Fremantle Lacrosse Club. It is finals day here on your Australian Lacrosse Network, and the first game of three we are going to bring you today is the third-fourth playoff for the Women's Under-18 National Championship, and that is between Waikato and WA. And as the umpires walk out onto the field, head referee Zephyr Williams today has Vicky Bryan, Carolyn McCluckey and Nicole McKenna with her, and we wish them well for this third-fourth playoff. And Waikato were certainly up and about this morning in their warm-up, and they'll be looking to bring a little bit of heat to the WA girls, as the WA girls just go about their last little chance as the teams start to come onto the field. And we are set for an exciting day of lacrosse here in beautiful East Fremantle Lacrosse Club with the men's and women's finals. And yesterday's two games were absolute crackers if you were on the live feed. And we expect nothing more today. And we are pleased to be able to bring you this live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And for your viewing pleasure though, while you are looking at it on Facebook, if you actually subscribe to the YouTube channel, on those 75-inch smart TVs and watch these games in better quality, high definition, and then you can still turn the sound down on me if you need to. So here we go, big 3-4 playoff here, Waikato versus WA, and bathed in sunshine here. It's about 22 degrees here at East Fremantle at the moment, and looking like it's going to be an absolutely fantastic day as the first centre is drawn there and picked up there, and Platty, unfortunately that's just come off her stick, so that will go to a WA ball. In the goalkeepers for the start of this game, we've got WA, we've got Brianna Karen Turner, and in the cage for Waikato we have Zoe Kayanan, and both of these girls have done a fantastic job, just as the defence has done a great job there for Waikato. And we're looking forward to these two Waikato goalies standing up big as they did the other day. And here goes Zoe for her first look at the WA offence. I reckon she's all over this one. She's going to shut this one down big time. So WA lining up. Zoe one-on-one, here it is. Oh, gets a little piece of that one on the outside. And that is Madison Copeland's first of the day. But Zoe stepping well to her left-hand side there. And just getting a little piece of that stick, I reckon. And that one's gone down the bottom corner. So WA out to a 1-0 lead here early in the first. And Madison Copeland, who's been outstanding this week, has certainly kept where she has been in the centre. As we see I think that's Skylar Levy in there for the first one. Sorry, just get these numbers right. They've changed to black again, so a couple of the numbers have differed again. And we see Heather Kibbe for Waikato as Skylar just fighting for the ball. Ground ball to be won here. Plenty of Waikato shirts around her as Skylar brings the ball down into offense. Just steps inside. There's Tatlow. Tatlow kicking that over to Marlowe. And Marlowe just picking the ball up, kicks it up to Tatlow. Tatlow had a huge game yesterday against South Australia with 4 goals. And looking at going about her work early in this first term. As Cutter comes through. Great defense there from Waikato. As Ashley Carl, who spent a lot of time up and down the field in the last game we covered, doing a great job for Waikato. Waikato stepping around, looks inside. Good save there from Karen Turner. Fantastic shot by Michaeli Head. As WA will bring the ball out again. Kicks it down here to Adamson. Adamson, they've got even numbers, but Adamson likes what she sees. She wants to step inside. Here's Zoe. Oh, big save there from Zoe Kayanan. And that's a really good save in this first part of the game. And she looks like she is on fire at the moment in the cage, working and weaving around exceptionally well in there. As we see Madison Copeland just going to work on her defender. Kicks it up there to Erin Mitchell. Erin Mitchell, another big save there for Zoe Kayanan. And she will get an opportunity to clear this for Waikato. As Zoe just sits out the back. She has Erin Mitchell, who is just standing at the front of the cage. Good pass there, finds her open player, kicks it up again as Waikato are out here. And if they move the ball on quickly and don't allow the defence to get to them, but just not moving the ball on quite quickly enough there in the WA defence, just really roped that in. Good defence again there. So the ball's just really being hustled here on the ground by both teams, as that one's just come off the stick of Platje. And WA will have the ball again, and Skylar Levy picks up the ball now. Skylar just being pursued there by Mackenzie Harris. As the ball kicks down the back here, and Rebecca Adamson for WA, just assessing her options. Kicks it up there to Millie Doherty. Millie had an outstanding game yesterday. And Millie just driving this right-hand side, gets down, frees her hands, looks inside. Another big save there from Zoe Kayanan, and she has come out to play today, looking like she is not going to let anything in there in that Waikato cage. As the ball is transferred out here by Carmen Parks. Ground ball to be won. That is Platje. And going about her work, Skylar Levy all over her as Carmen Parks with the ball, just driving into some good defence there from WA. She's got Platje on over the backside here. Unfortunately, there's an inherent pass there. And WA with the numbers, although great hustle back there from Waikato. And that's Holly Plum. Sorry, no, that's not. As Erin Mitchell picks the ball up. Steps down the right-hand pipe. She's obviously seen Zoe in there and the way she's saving, and going to have to take good shots today as Madison Copeland runs around the side, looks up the top. Cut comes through the middle. Good cut. Good cut. Ball on the ground to be won, and that'll be a keeper's ball as well, as Ellie Marlowe with a fantastic cut coming through the middle there, and she manages to just run into some sticks as the Waikato keeper there in Zoe looking for options here from her teammates, and teammates are running sort of away from her. They need to come and present to her. So they just got that slow clear here at the moment. Looks up the top. Oh, good throw up the top. Found her counterpart there, but pressure all over Tatlow. She's come to play again today, as has Marlowe. This is Marlowe running exceptionally well. Looks here to Mitchell. Mitchell with defence there from Ashley Carl, and deemed to be an infringement there, as kicks the ball down to the bottom. As we see cutters come through. Erin Mitchell with the ball on the bottom corner, going to work, and Erin Mitchell runs around the right-hand side there, just puts that one low, and good work there by the WA girls, and they will go out to a 2-0 lead here early in the, as we see the replay, just gets around her defensive opponent. The slide doesn't come quick enough, which gives a one-on-one with the goalie, and goalies only normally save 1 out of 10 of those when they're one-on-one, so always puts a goalie under pressure with an offensive player coming after being beaten that close to the cage. So the scorer there being Erin Mitchell, and she has her first of the game as she takes the centre draw, and a ball to be won here again on the ground. There are plenty of yellow shirts around this ball, as Heather Kibbe picks up the ball, kicks it out here to Mackenzie Harris. Mackenzie Harris just steps inside. There's black shirts there, looks up the top, or just missed her teammate there. It was picked out by Courtney Johns, who did a great job of the defence yesterday, as did Millie Doherty, who has the ball in her stick, kicks it over there to Levy. Tatlow steps up. Good defence there from Waikato again. And Waikato have certainly come to play in this 3-4 playoff game. While they find themselves 2-0 down at the moment, they are certainly playing some really good lacrosse at the moment. And a good outlet there, just the short stick unable to handle the ball. as Tatlow goes about her work again. Steps inside. Oh, big save there from Zoe up the top. And she is on fire at the moment in this first quarter. And a good shot had there by Holly Plummer. But Zoe well awake to that one. And she comes up with her third big save of the quarter. And you can see why they have started Zoe today, because she has been really good in the cage thus far, as her gets a little bit of pressure here by Tatlow, and Tatlow just getting pressure on the keeper. Her Waikato teammates just weren't moving up to her as the ball hits the ground, wheels, and we'll see Zoe with the ball again here. So she just about has a string on that ball at the moment, just keeps in her stick. And her teammates are going to have to keep moving towards her here to help the keeper out in this clear. And we will have a whistle there on the plate as the ball kicks down here. Great outlet there to Anderson. Anderson with the afterburners on at the moment. Got the jets on, gets past one, steps into a lot of black shirts there. And it will come back the other way now through Courtney Johns. And Courtney Johns striding down the ground, certainly getting it good. Oh, good look inside, but that one just didn't find her teammate. And the ball will run out of bounds and called a shot by the umpires. So WA will get the ball back. I think that was more of a pass than a shot, but from the angle that was being shown there, it may have seen to go towards the cage. Oh, good, bang, there's a bar. Tatlow just shaking her head going, I had everything there, and the only thing I got was a tink, tink, tink. Oh, big save again. Ball to be won, and the goalie has it once again. And Zoe doing a really good job in the cage for Waikato as she gets out and starts the run up the field. Love to see the goalies get out and about, and that ball's hit the ground, but there is pressure here. Great pickup from Mackenzie Harris as we have a first yellow card of the game. And we will see the player going to the bench there as Mackenzie Harris brings the ball down. And she will get a push on the top side there. So Mackenzie Harris will potentially have an opportunity here for Waikato to get in on the net. She's got numbers to her left-hand side if she looked to the left. As Skylar Levy now breaks up the field. She has got players ahead. Will's just breaking ahead here from Mitchell. And Will stepping in, looks down the bottom, good pass. And bang, there we go. Tatlow's on the board. That one has just got top corner, but well moved by the WA women. And that was really good forward play after a good defensive effort down in the back line here for WA. Turned the ball over and really good down the field there. Mitchell just kicking it over there to Tatlow and finding on the bottom corner as we have a timeout here in the first quarter. And we will have a quick look at what's going on, and Tatlow with that last one on the bottom corner. So goal scorers for WA early in this game. We have Erin Mitchell, who's on the board with one. We have Madison Copeland with one. And Chloe Tatlow just putting one away there. Top shelf, just rattled the cookie jar up the top. And that is a 3-0 lead to WA. But Waikato goalkeeper standing up big time here, Zoe Kayanen. And she has started really well for the Waikato team. And I believe we have the Aussie Shark man himself, Mr. Ryan Sparks. Mr. Ryan Sparks, enjoying the sunshine out there?
Yes, morning, Tony. Great game so far, and yes, absolutely, the Waikato goalie's under a lot of pressure this morning.
Yeah, she's looks really stood up big, though, given the WA girls have certainly put a few shots on the cage so far, but had a couple of big saves.
Yeah, that's right. I think her defense needs to work a little bit harder to get open for her because she's having to struggle, come up the field, trying to make those big plays, but they really should have a couple of Ds coming down to help her out there.
Yeah, no, look, they need her. They need those short sticks to be presenting down to her. They're sort of running across the field.
That's right.
And making her, and then WA allowing to put a lot of pressure on. Good to see her get out the cage, though, and up the field.
Always love to see a goalie run.
Love
However, I'm not allowed to leave the crease anymore.
I don't know. I saw you run 3 times the other day, mate, while we were setting up. So
no pads.
All right, so back here in the middle for the start of this game. We have about 3 minutes to go in this first term. And WA and Waikato just bathed in sunshine here at the East Fremantle Lacrosse Club. And we look forward to some massive games this afternoon as well after this one. We've got a triple header here today on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And some big games, and they're both South Australia, Victoria, both in the men's and women's, to see who takes out that gold medal. But right now, this is for the bronze and the 3-4 playoff, as we see Wills just coming down the outside, steps inside there, finds Bailey Eastman, and Bailey Eastman just kicks the ball over here to Wills. Wills looking at her options, kicks it down there to Johns. Johns kicking it behind, she kicks it to Erin Mitchell, and Erin Mitchell just kick it over the top. That ball was just a little bit low, but did a great job there, Bailey Eastman, to get the ball in the stick. Steps inside here, Wills. Just assesses a good crash there by the Waikato defense. And we've got a 3-second call here on Platchie. Sorry, that is on Fitzpatrick, number 26, not 23. So WA with an opportunity here if they move the ball quickly on the outer side. There'll be yeah, Waikato doing a great job there. Erin Mitchell looks inside. Wills again steps inside. Good crash there from Waikato. Kicks it back to Mitchell. Just kicks it back to Eastman. Eastman steps down the side, and that one's just gone through the 5-hole there. Good work there from the WA offense, as we have 2 minutes left in the game here. And gets out another one there. And good finish there, as we see the replay. And Eastman just coming down the right-hand side there. And she puts her first of the game and fourth of the quarter. And we're back to another centre draw here, as we see Kibbe for Waikato. And there is 1 minute 20 left in the quarter, as we hear through our effects, Mike. So 4-0 here to WA, as the ball is there to be won. And ball kicked down here quickly. Here's the last goal scorer in Eastman. Ball to be won. She gets it back into her stick. Ball being kicked around here. And WA with an offensive set with less than a minute to go here. And they will be looking at finishing off this quarter strong and putting one in the cage. But good ground ball to be won out here, as we have a clock about to come on the field here in the first quarter of this women's game. Looks inside. Eastman just missed the ball initially. Picks the ball up. Ball kicked down the side, as that one came quite quickly. And Courtney Johns just seeing that one come right in the eye line. Ball kicks around here. Kicks to Wills. Kicks to Eastman. As the ball just down the outside here, steps inside, and we are going to have free space there from the Waikato girls. So the WA will have an offense opportunity here. And big save again. Good save there again from Zoe Kayanen as the bell goes. That's a clutch save in the last 2 seconds of the game, one-on-one. And she had an outstanding first quarter there, Zoe Kayanen, for the Waikato team, as we see WA out to a 4-0 lead here in the first quarter of this 3-4 playoff. And the defense of Waikato certainly standing up big. But WA getting on the scoreboard when they really did run their processes there. And as the two teams go about their quarter time chaps. And Ryan, interesting game.
Yeah, interesting game. I think the question I wanted to ask you is, how do you think that both of these teams close the gap to SA and Vic?
Look, I think for Waikato, it's definitely the skill set. Like their skill set, just and they're mind you, we did say the other day that this team average age is 16.
Yep.
So they play, they've potentially got another 2 years here together. So 2 years with their basic skill set going, and obviously some running because they're not presenting, and when they get the ball, they're not looking forward. So that forward presentation of a ball for Waikato. Look, WA. They have some depth in there again, but they've probably got some younger players coming through that, which sets them up for the next couple of years. Obviously, Copeland has been outstanding, and Tatlow's been outstanding. Will's these Aussie players that are coming through. The game yesterday between South Australia and I you didn't know which way that would go yesterday, given the results, and it probably turned out to be quite a good game. And given the fact that South Australia beat Victoria by 3. There was an 8 goal, but it was a really high-scoring game for WA. I don't think there was that much between the teams at the end of the day. WA, again, these younger players coming through, if they can keep that squad together, I think they're going to be dominant in the next couple of years.
That's right. And your views on the under-19s women's squad?
Under-19s women's squad, look.
A lot of star players out there, and a lot of young star players as well.
I'm blessed to be sitting here calling, and yesterday between that SA and WA, when the clutch was on in that last 40 seconds, to have the centre draw here with 6 Australian players sitting in it.
Brilliant.
I mean, we are blessed in this country, and if they take that over, given the Victorian girls as well, who we'll see later on today, put them all together. Oh, it's exciting times for Australian women's
absolutely.
lacrosse.
All the best to them when they travel.
Yeah, I look forward to sitting up and watching them throughout the nights.
That's right.
As we see the ball being kicked down here by Levy, just bringing it in. Ocean Levy. Just coming on the ground, hasn't seen much game time as yet. As Wills works behind, and we've got Tuapiki in the cage now for New Zealand. As great to see the development of the 2 Waikato goalies here.
That's right, doing halves at this tournament.
Yeah, they're going quarter and quarter. So, and Zoe Kayanan getting the start today and did a really good job. Tuapiki the other day outstanding in the first quarter as well. So, really look forward to what these goalies bring. And if they can keep these 2 netminders, Ryan, as you know, difficult to get good netminders at this age.
Yep.
That's something to work with for the New Zealand girls. Steps inside. Oh, that one's just gone on the right-hand side. Good shot there from Bailey Eastman. And she gets her second of the game.
Yeah, that's some good heat from the inside there. You're not really getting close to that.
No, look, that's gone stick side high, but,
Too much heat.
There was some flames that coming off that rubber ball right there. I could smell some rubber.
Well, what's impressive is when you have 2 goalies who can come in at one goalie can come in at a half time and still make an incredible impact and have an MVP. Yeah. That shows a sign of a really good goalie, because you don't get that pre-game lead in. You don't get that 45-minute warm-up that you enjoy and the mindset of the game.
Instead of the 5-minute warm-up with oh, hang on, we're going to throw you in.
Quickly, let's jump in.
Yeah, and that comes down to mental toughness.
That's
at the
right.
End of the day, and that bit of belief in yourself. So goal scorers for that game, that goal scare was Bailey Eastman. She's got her second for the game, as we see Skylar Levy, Osha Levy, sorry, coming down. There we go on cue. That's a big save to the legs there of Tuapiki, and she is starting off where she finished off the other day when we had the last game in the Coventry against Victoria. Steps down, and good shot being had there, and that was Isla Fraser. And Isla Fraser, over the last couple of days, has been threatening that cage, and I think she'll be really pleased to get one in the back of the net, because she has worked really hard for a WA offence over the last few days. Hadn't troubled the scoreboard as such, but certainly had plenty of opportunities. So Isla Fraser with her first of the game, and we have WA out here to a 4-2 lead as we see the replay there. Just down the right-hand side, open up the right-hand pipe, I should say. And just pops it the other side. Difficult for the goalie there to cross. Perfect shot for an attacker to put on a goalie when they're coming down that side. Down and low. But Waikato with the ball here. Carmen Parks just looking at her opponent in Marlowe. And Marlowe kicks it down. Ball on the deck here. And as I said, I think it's just those skill sets at the moment, right, that, you know, if they tighten those up a bit, they've had opportunities.
That's right.
So, and that's the development that happens through bringing these younger players to these tournaments against, you know, some Australian under-19 quality players that are out here on show this week. Good, as we see, one of those, but good knockdown there from the Waikato defence as Madison Copeland went to inside as picks up the ball here. Lucy Brown has but she's being crashed. Oh, that's fortunate. 3 Waikato defenders just getting a good check on the stick. It's bounced up and straight back into her stick. And that was good defense there from Waikato. As Levy just goes around stepping inside. Oh, good defense. Just trying to caress that crease, and that's what it's there for, Rye, when you get those attackers coming in.
Yeah, that's perfect defense there. You want to roll back inside and close the gap so the circle's there and there's no room to move.
And you get the opportunity. In they go.
You're seeing the speed of Osha Levy.
Yeah, very much.
She works extremely hard on her game and her speed down the line and the rollback.
Oh, Fraser again. And that's her second shot in as many seconds almost. She nailed one before. That one's just gone to the right-hand side of the cage. But WA with the backup there as Copeland has the ball in her stick. And she is assessing what she has up the top. Lucy Brown is there, but just the inherent pass coming through. And Rebecca Adamson, who played really well the other day too, just forcing the crease at the moment, a little WA.
You have excellent defence there from Waikato, causing that loose pass.
So certainly looking at the middle of the ground here as, steps inside Copeland. But again, good crash from the Waikato girls. As opens up the top here. Oh, steps around, but good. That defence at the moment from Waikato is doing an exceptional job in there as we see the ball dispossessed. Ground ball here to be won, and fantastic job from Waikato. They've earned that defensive ball, but again, just that little skill set error. We're just missing those passes as the ball is down the outer side here. As we see Millie Doherty with the ball, kicks it over here to Tatlow. She has got...
brilliant set of defence there to be able to close down that offensive threat from WA there. Well, the onslaught was on.
Look, 3 times,
yep.
But, and you almost thought on this back corner as we see Fraser again. There she goes, number 2 for the quarter. But as you say, right, you know, they had Lucy Brown open on this corner, had a little step down, and by the time she actually went to take that one step to shoot, the Waikato defence had got back in front of her and just shut that down, and the neck and the pressure they were going ends up with a turnover. Unfortunately, turned over up the field and didn't give them the opportunity to go into offense. But really good, and Isla Fraser getting her second of the quarter and second of the game. And I think she's looking out there to go, I'm going to get a bag full today. So Tatlow in here against Kibby. Tatlow went really well yesterday against Williams, who'd been dominating in the Victorian South Australia game the day before. As the ball's just out of the stick here. Another ground ball to be won. Plenty of ground balls here to be won, and Tatlow's there. She says, no one wants it, I will take it. And we've seen this before. Tatlow steps inside as we're going to have a free space there, and Tatlow's going to be able to bring it up to the inside fan. And here we go, Tuapiki. Can she do what she did the other day and shut down these big offensive threats? Steps inside. Yeah, not that time, unfortunately. Great shot there from Tatlow. And really unfair sometimes, Ryan, on a goalkeeper in the women's game when you get those things, isn't it?
I mean, I certainly don't experience that in the men's game. But what sort of percentages are you looking at a save for that? Especially when Tatlow's one-on-one sort of...
I'm 1 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'm 1 out of 10.
And I think that needs to be reinforced with your goalies, you know, to say, listen, these ones, you know, if you get a toe on it, a shoelace, you know, that's fantastic and you're making that save. But don't get your head down, get back up, get to the next one.
As I say, I've always, and, you know, having to reiterate to a couple of goalies in my family when sometimes when they, you have days, and it's the positives that you need to bring out of it. And when they get that close to the goal, and especially in the women's game, those setups there straight in front with the defense not coming at you.
That's right.
1 out of 10 is a good save percentage in that, and if you can go above that, you're going to be an exceptional netminder.
And what do you look at, baiting?
Yeah, I definitely. And I know, with my son and daughter, they may be height challenged. I don't know where they get that from. As kicks over to Madison Copeland.
Great
Whack.
goal.
You know what? There's some Australian quality attacking there. That was a cracking shot there from Madison Copeland. But, yeah, they're always smaller, and you've seen Code over in the Nationals. Yep. He baits high.
Yeah, no,
because
it absolutely
everyone
works.
thinks he's going up.
But he so easily can get to that low shot. You see a lot of big, tall goalies struggle to get to that low 5-hole shot.
So Madison Copeland with her second of the game, first of this quarter. And WA out here to a 9-0 lead. And we're looking to see Waikato get into their offensive set and get one back here as the ball here to be won. And this could be an opportunity. Just picked up there from Kibby. Kibby just that pass just going to the right a little. Ground ball to be won here. And as I said, that's just, that's the difference in the two teams at the moment. Just that little bit of skill set. But you've got to think that a lot of these girls have been training in the under-19 lacrosse program as the ball again there drops down for WA. And the ball is just on the outer side here. Good, again, defensive pressure from Waikato. As we see Tatlow just down the back, working out who's going to take this offense on, as Courtney John steps down there as well. Kicks it over there to Mitchell. Mitchell to Doherty. And Doherty down the back again to Wills. There's two cutting in the middle here. As looks inside, and Mitchell just free inside again. And a great feed there from Tatlow to Mitchell. And Mitchell with her second of the game. That is her first of the quarter. As we see the replay there, the double cut just opened the backside. Defender watching the ball slightly, and that's all you need. One step, a little bit of a look, and good feed there from Tatlow. And Mitchell gets her second of the game. And back to a centre draw here with about 5 minutes to go in this second term. And it is an absolutely glorious day down here at East Fremantle, Ryan.
Oh, thank God. Thank God the weather's turned on for today.
We didn't even have to get the cling wrap out today for the commentary box. And if you go online and look at the Eagles Lax photography, and Chris North has been doing a fantastic job here taking photos, you will see the commentary setup, which was on day 2 when we thought there was a little bit of rain. And good on Mike, our cameraman, who decided that we might be able to use cling wrap, Cole's cling wrap to a positive, and we thank him for that, because about 7 minutes into the second quarter of the late game.
No, we've been absolutely hooked up here down at East Fremantle. We've got Chris Hockey, commonly known as Choco. He's hooked us up with the trailer.
This is custom. We need to talk about this for the Australian Lacrosse Network, and having one we can take across the country, because this is absolutely fantastic from Hock.
From Choco.
Choco, sorry. Yep. And Choco he didn't just set this up. When the young New Zealand defender hurt his arm the other day, he was out there with a bit of twine making a sling for him. So Choco is a man of many talents, and we thank him for his assistance and everything that he's done to be able to help us bring this to you live on the Australian Lacrosse Network. As the Thornton carrying the ball out here for Waikato. She certainly has that in her eye view, and not letting her opponent get near that ball. Kicks it up here to Parks. So what do Waikato have here in an offensive set, as Parks just steps down? Good defense there from WA. Kicks it over here. Good left hand. Oh, just hung that one out. And fantastic there from Bailey Eastman. Good knockdown. Oh, that one's just taken an awful bounce, Ryan. That one's just skidded through, a bit like my fast ball in cricket there.
That's a beautiful East Fremantle turf here. It's just a little bit wavy.
That one's done the old Shane Warne. It's hit the rough and just kept low. And unfortunate there for WA that one, but good pressure here.
Great pass.
Oh, good pass. As ball is picked up here from WA. Kicks that down there to Aaron Mitchell. Mitchell to Levy. Levy steps inside, and again, there's that defense from Waikato. Kicks it back here to Aaron Mitchell. She got the last goal on the board for WA. And I'm sure she would be looking at potentially getting a bag full here today as well. As Tatlow just looking up the top here, finds Levy. I think we're going to have a 3-second call there. So that is Skylar Levy with the ball here. As kicks back here to Tatlow. And the WA girls obviously wearing their black uniform, and a couple of the black uniform numbers are a bit different than are in the program. So obviously with Waikato wearing the yellow strip and WA having their traditional yellow strip, might have copped a slight one knock there from WA, but Waikato certainly bringing the ball down. The skill set there, just picking the ball up as we see some more offense here from the Waikato girls, and that has unfortunately just the pass has found the edge of the stick, and just that end of the field just rolled away. And if you keep going further that end of the field, it rolls away very sharply there, Ryan, down to the river.
Yeah, we've seen a few balls fly off there into the yachts down below, hopefully not doing too much damage.
Yep.
But if we don't like a rubber ball, we think it's a bit worn, send it down to the river.
Absolutely. And so you're saying if you go diving down there?
You might find a few.
There might be
accidental ones, ones that have been shot over the net.
There might be a rubber reef. I actually found the greatest thing, I sell pool chemicals for a living, and the greatest thing for shiny balls is a little bit of get some chlorine in a bucket and put it in there, leave it in there for about 8 hours, and they come out and they look like brand new balls.
That's a Tony small business there.
That's small business.
Small business. Start that up. Thanks.
So all of those shiny lacrosse balls you have, if you get a little bit of chlorine,
send them to Tony.
Put it
Tony
in a bucket of water. You know what? At $2 a ball, I'll do it. And all funds will go to the Australian Lacrosse Network, so we can get bigger and better and bring this great game to you. So
the goalkeeper under a bit of pressure here, running
so
circles.
This is Tuapiki, and Tuapiki running out here. Good to see again. She's out the cage. Oh, she's under pressure. Where's her teammates to help out here? Good there from Tuapiki though, but she needs to get back in the cage now because WA move the ball very quickly when they have those opportunities. Good defense there from Thornton on the WA player, and we have the clock out on the field. But we have a card being shown there. So Laura Thornton, as the clock comes out on the field late, but the buzzer's gone at the same time. So at half-time here between WA and Waikato, we see a 10-0 lead to WA. And the under-19 Australian men out there just obviously having some training this weekend. We're just starting to move the ball around out there. How's the WA squad, under-19 squad looking, Ryan, over here?
I haven't been too heavily involved at the moment. I've been heavily involved with Travie, the goalie.
Yep.
So just doing some work with him. But in terms of the squad, yeah, there's definitely a lot of talent in that group. And Ethan Moyer especially is one of those.
Yeah, look.
A few of the other Phoenix boys. But, yeah, I think Gav Levy will have the development of the squad going well, and a big few days after this game.
Yeah, from all accounts, obviously, I haven't had a lot to do with the squad in South Australia, but of Craig Schicker, who I'm coaching the men's with, he's been doing a little bit out there with them, and Rob Lawson with the 23s. They seem to train a bit together, and yeah, the boys look like they're coming together really well. And yeah, Travie Wolf, you know, he's going to be a good young keeper, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, he obviously yesterday had had one of those games that goes against you, but yeah, he stood up big time there yesterday.
He's got a long campaign for this 19, so there's plenty of time.
He would be certainly looking forward to being a part of that program, and having seen my son go through the last 19 program and just missing out at the end,
yep.
It makes them better lacrosse players
right.
as a whole. So get around the under-19s, and any fundraising that they get in and do, make sure that you help them out, because it does cost a lot to send these young lads and ladies over to the Worlds, and anything that you can spare with fundraising to help them out would be greatly appreciated, no doubt, by the Australian under-19, as does all the lacrosse players. Ryan, as you know, obviously played in the last Shark side. It's quite a financial burden to play for your country.
That's right, but the passion involved doesn't change, so that's what gets you there.
No, 100%. So, and we look forward to the under-23 Australian side travelling this year, going to the Auspacks, and they are sending over a really, really strong side, probably the strongest side they've had in...
Well, we haven't had the greatest results for the last few, certainly for the men's that I'm aware of, so...
Yeah, and obviously a bit of a blow, Ashby Dennis.
Injury sustained against East Fremantle a few weeks ago, so he's out for the season, I believe.
Okay.
So, unfortunately out of that side, but he's got bigger aspirations, so hopefully he can get back to it.
Yeah, so we wish Ashby well too. Obviously it's never good to see an injury and someone missing out on the passion that they love. Yeah, we might just go to a quick break here on the Australian Lacrosse Network as the girls get their halftime last-minute chats. We'll be back very shortly here, live and free on the Australian Lacrosse Network. And welcome back here to the Australian Lacrosse Network as we start the second half here. And I'm pleased to be joined in the commentary here by Courtney Moulton from WA. Courtney, welcome to your first time in the Australian Lacrosse Network commentary. Great to have you in here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And the beautiful sunshine down here at East Fremantle today.
It's gorgeous.
Just steps inside and bang, there's an early one over the top from Plummer. And Plummer walking in as the change has been made in the cage there for Waikato again, as we see Zoe Kayanen coming back into the cage. And an early goal there for WA, and that was pretty easy out of the middle. Just parting the waves there, Courtney.
Yeah, Holly's having a great game. She's a good driver from the top.
So you coached this side last year?
Yeah, I assistant coached with Tegan and Liz.
Oh, with Tegan and Liz. So plenty of these girls that were in your squad last year?
Oh, yeah, most of them.
Most of them? And you must be pleased to be a part of coaching these girls, and then all of a sudden some of them off to an Australian representation.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We're so proud of them.
How much?
So good to see
how much did you have to do with that?
All of it, obviously.
Oh no, absolutely no. If you can't pump your own tyres, who can? As we see our face off here, as that one will be redrawn in the centre draw. So we will, oh no. So illegal there on Holly Plummer, the last goal scorer. As good pressure here being shown by WA. They're very fierce this morning in the defensive pressure they're showing. Who kicks it over to Wills. Wills kicks it down the back. Good tip there, but that's come off a Waikato stick. As kicks up here to Plummer. Plummer looking for her second potentially. Kicks it over to Wills. As Wills just runs down the right-hand side. Looks inside there. Oh, big save there again from Zoe Kayanan. Just like the first quarter. She has, that one may have tinged a little, that one.
Yeah,
She's looking like she may have worn that one on the thigh, but that hasn't stopped her running. Look at her scorch up the field. She has a trailing player. That's better from Waikato. Her teammate presenting to the ball. They weren't doing that in the first half, where she would get the ball and come out, but a good check there. Plummer's certainly come out to play in this second half. As another big save there from Kayanan. Zoe on fire like she finished the first quarter. Oh, there's another one. Doing well in the cage for a young keeper.
Yeah, I can't seem to get it past her.
She obviously the Waikato girls going half and half and bringing over 2 goalies as a development. And yeah, look, WA struggling at the moment to get the ball past. It's good to see from a young keeper. So ball kicked down the back there. As the ball kicks up the top here to Mitchell. Mitchell kicks it up to Eastman. Eastman looks inside. There's Wills. Wills with a great catch, and bang, that one's top shelf. And that's a well-run offense there, Courtney.
It was a good play that they had. Worked it well, moved the ball quick.
As we see on the ALN replay here, ball just kicks up the top, and you can see Wills there really working hard through that crease position, and she's done a great job, and that's her first of the day. And Olivia Wills gets on the board, and we are at an 11-0 game here with about 11 and a half to go in the third term. And so Lacrosse in WA, playing lacrosse over here?
Personally, yes. I play
Yes.
for East Fremantle.
East Fremantle, playing state league?
Yep.
And winning?
Always.
Always? So your season started a couple of weeks ago?
Yep, yeah, we had 2 games. We had the first weekend was a bye.
Yep.
2 games since then.
Yep.
Both wins.
And you are sort of in the offensive end, defensive end?
I play attack.
Goalie? Okay, good. So we're attackers together in here. It kicks down to Eastman. Eastman to Plummer. Plummer, oh, there's another big save there from Zoe. And she's certainly earning her money down there, the Waikato keeper. Doing a great job in the cage. And, yeah, so plenty of goals on the board early this season for yourself?
Not as many as we'd like, but we'll get there.
So how many you personally?
Uh,
Have you troubled the score yet?
oh, I've scored.
You
I
have?
think I've got like 5 or 6 in the 2 games.
Oh, beautiful. So
Yeah.
so averaging 3 a game.
Yeah.
That's very good at the start of a season. And the team as a whole just starting to gel and look well together. Where do you think you'll end up at the end of the year? Looking where you are now.
Oh, up top.
Up top?
Always.
Always
yeah,
number
we got-
1. Love it. As
Oh.
number 1 just steps into frame there. And as we're talking about number 1s, there is Bailey Eastman coming into her own and steps inside, as you see the replay there. And Bailey Eastman just backdoored here, looks inside. Defender didn't go with her. Good up top catch and puts that one up the top shelf. And Bailey Eastman, there's a hat trick for the game. So she's on 3. So she's going your average at the moment, Courtney.
Beautiful.
Hey, 3. So we'll stop her there.
yeah, that's enough. That's enough.
enough.
Can't can't have more than me.
And what about the women's nationals WA side? You in that one?
No, I'm not able to.
You're not able
No,
to?
I'm American and I'm headed home soon.
No, I didn't pick that.
Yeah. Oh, you couldn't tell. Nah,
So
not
whereabouts in the States?
there. Boston.
In Boston. Oh, lovely. And how long have you been out?
I was here for a year last year, and then I
Yep.
came back for 6 months.
Okay. So so you're not going to finish the season?
I'm not. No, my last game will be
Oh.
next weekend.
Oh, so there'll be tears here at the East Fremantle Lacrosse Club when Courtney heads back to Boston. And the weather back in Boston, though, will be starting to warm up,
It will
which
indeed.
will be good. as we see Eastman there again with her second of the quarter, and that's her fourth of the game. And again, you see on the replay here, just steps inside, opens up as the ball came around the back here. And there's another one, and top shelf again from Eastman. And not too much of a celebration with that one, but she's just outdone your average. She must have been listening.
Actually, she's done it before. It's perfect.
She's done it before. So did you coach Bailey last year?
Yes. Yep. Yeah.
Good young talent.
Oh, great kid. Very talented.
Yep. And she runs around here in WA. Who does she play?
Wembley.
Oh, Wembley. So you'd have some good battles against Wembley.
The rivals.
There's always some good battles against Wembley and East Freo. As it kicks down here, and I believe that is Adamson who kicks that ball on. So kicks it up here. We know who that one is. That's Madison Copeland, and she has been dominant throughout this this tournament, as has Tatlow. But one I like here is Isla Fraser at the moment. She threatened the cage for the last few games, and today she's got a couple on the board early in the second. But she makes really good space for a young player.
Yeah, she's a phenomenal player. She thinks she knows where to be. She knows where the ball should be.
And I think sometimes you can't teach that space as we see space. But I heard a whistle there for free space. So that goal won't count, unfortunately, for Brown, as she would have liked to have got on the board. And a really good motor when she got past the defender there down this left-hand pipe, running right-hand. But she has another opportunity. So Zoe has seen where that last shot went. Is she going to put it in the same place? Oh, just a slower bounce shot. They kill you, don't they?
Just snuck past her.
Hey, attackers will say that we mean those when they come out that quickly. In fact, I think all my shots come out that quickly. But good bounce pass there, as you see on the replay. Just tucks the ball inside here, steps down, one bounce, and obviously Zoe a little upset with not getting to that one because she thought she had that covered. But I think that ball just came out a little bit slower, and she's hands were too quick there, Zoe. And that one's gone just over the top. And Lucy Brown with her first goal of the game. And we've got out to a 15-0 lead here with about 6.5 minutes to go in the third term. And what's back in Boston? Lacrosse back in Boston when you get back?
No more. After college, there's not much.
Yeah, that's a strange thing, isn't it? Like you come out here and you see the lacrosse clubs and you know to play, and we love having our American and Canadian imports out every year. You get 2 or 3, and it's great to have them out. Yeah. But again, that same thing. You get back and.
I know. Australia does it right with recreational athletics.
And just no real club ball like this.
Yeah.
And you can imagine the club ball that would be being played over there with the college systems churning out as many players as they do, and especially through the Div 1 and 2 and 3. Imagine the club ball over there if there was competition set up.
Oh, it would be phenomenal. So good.
As Fraser just gets sent off. I know, having gone over in 2014, I played in the Masters, in the World Masters in Denver, which was a bit of that championship, I don't know what you call it, carnival games over there. And you see the numbers of people who, from young to old, who still play the game in those particular tournaments. But they often say, oh, we'd love to come out to Oz and have a run around with you guys and girls. And
exactly.
And especially we've got 3 guys coming over to our Sturt. I coach Sturt in Adelaide and at State League, and we got 3 guys coming over from Vermont, Div 1 this year.
Yeah,
and they are just rapt to be coming over.
Yeah, I bet.
They are just so excited. As Madison Copeland just getting monstered there. She looked like she was about to wear a Waikato shirt, given the fact of the closeness she was being paid attention to. And for her to see her and the other Australian members in the under-19s, and obviously, who do you go for when the Worlds are on? I mean, are you on the US? You're still in Australia, remember?
For now.
So yeah, obviously the US and Canada are really strong programs through as is Iroquois women.
For Canada.
So the Iroquois. So like in the men's competition, they Iroquois have their own team in the night.
I'm not sure if the women's do.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Because I know in the men's, and they.
Yeah, they definitely do. They're phenomenal.
I could tell you I was, lucky enough as we see Brown just getting monstered here again. Maybe she might go home with a shirt too. But I know in 14 when we went over and watched, and the first time I saw Iroquois play, they would.
It's a whole different game.
It's a whole different game. And Ryan Sparks, who's just standing next to us, he saw plenty of Iroquois over in the 2018 in Netanya. And he says his helmet looks a bit like a golf ball at the moment. Got dimples from all the shots that they were having. As we see Kay Annan just with the ball here. And going to have to present because Madison Copeland is stalking her. Just over the top that one, but good presentation. And the ball will go out. We have a whistle here with 2 minutes 58 to go in the third term. And we see WA 15 to Waikato 0. And steps in, Levy steps down and bang, there we go. Talk about the Copeland show. There's another one from Maddie Copeland. That's her hat-trick for the day. First one of the quarter. And moved the ball really well, this young WA team. And a good thing is a lot of these girls potentially could be in the side again next year. There's a few that go around.
Yeah, I think most of them should be back again. Too many taken off in the team this year, but.
And a couple of first time players out there too this year. So
yep.
And they've really stood up as Copeland with that last goal. And I thought she went back into the middle, but I'm seeing a mirror image because it's Tatlow. She's gone from 21 to 12 here in front of us. And Tatlow, she's had an outstanding week as well. Really another quality player, Tatlow.
She's incredible. She's really broken out in the past few years.
As a good hold there. That is Mackenzie Harris. And we see an offensive drive here. Looks up the top. Could we have one on the cage here? No, just good defense there to just stop Parks coming through the middle, who kicks it down there to Michaeli Head. Michaeli Head looking at what she has available as far as her options. And she kicks it over to Mackenzie Harris. Mackenzie Harris just down the bottom and back to Harris. Oh, good cut down the side. Here we go. Oh, good crash there from WA. But an opportunity there for Parks as it opens up here. And we have a whistle called. So, okay, so we've got, here we go. Alana Davis is wearing 18. So apologies if I've been calling you Adamson all day. And Adamson, Adamson is wearing...
Adamson's wearing 22.
Sorry, Adamson's wearing 22 and Davis is wearing 19. See, they're just trying to confuse us here in the commentary today. They've got to keep us on our toes. Just when I think I've learnt 100 women and 100 men's names and numbers, off by heart, they go and throw a spanner in the works on the last day.
Got to keep it exciting.
And I'm glad I've got you here, Courtney, because otherwise I would be in a lot of trouble. And if they'd goal scored, my producer, Scotty Gill, would have been looking at me going, who is that? And I would have gone, that is a WA player. So really good to have you in here as Marlowe she was really good in the first term, Marlowe, as just the ball pops out to the left-hand side here to Copeland. Copeland to Marlowe, little side step, just steps inside, bangs, steps inside again, looking for something there, but you got to play to the whistle. And we have, I did not see the clock come on the field there. So apologies for that. That has ended very quickly as we see the WA and Waikato girls just there who came together there. Just this is the greatest thing about this sport, isn't it? The camaraderie between teams and the amount of friends you make. And you would have made some great friends while being over here in Oz.
Absolutely, yeah.
Almost family now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Sad to be leaving them.
Yes. And
see them in Canada.
Same in Canada?
2019.
Yep. Oh, there you go, 2019. Yep. And we see the three-quarter time break here. We've got WA out to a commanding lead of 16-0. And we might just go through the goal scorers for that quarter. We had Lucy Brown getting on the board with her first. We had Holly Plummer, who really started that quarter quite quickly, and she got her first of the game. We had Bailey Eastman with couple of really good ones on those bottom corners, just popping it top shelf and just trying to rattle the cookie jar. Up the top there, Olivia Wills got her first of the game, and Madison Copeland just managing to nail her hat trick with her third of the game and first of the quarter. And, you know, as you say, quite a dominant performance here from WA over Waikato, but really fantastic that they can come over from across the ditch in New Zealand and bring teams out here to compete in these tournaments, and as you say, the development that they will get from coming out here and playing against these, what is current Australian under-19 women.
Yep, exactly.
You know, you can't get any better competition than that.
You can't.
For a development.
Exactly.
You learn very quickly against good players.
I think they would be. They looked better in the end of that quarter, though, with their defense.
Well, look, they got down there too in that offensive and had some opportunities. WA obviously shutting down those forays, but there wasn't too far away from getting one on a shot on the board.
Yep.
And you know, Brianna Curran-Turner has only seen one shot today, and that one was a save. So she's going 1 for 1 at the moment, 100% with a clean sheet. She's feeling pretty good in the cage.
Hopefully we can keep it that way.
So we'll see whether Waikato can come out and do some damage in this fourth term. We have 15 minutes left here, live and free on your Australian Lacrosse Network. Stay tuned later for our 2 double headers coming to you, which are going to be cracking games between South Australia and Victoria in the men's and women's championship gold medal games. And if the sun keeps shining out here, where else would you be if you weren't down here live than on the Australian Lacrosse Network watching live and free lacrosse? And it's great to be able to bring it to you, all these games, and we appreciate all your comments throughout the week on our live feeds, just letting us know how appreciative you are of the Australian Lacrosse Network. So share the page, get onto the YouTube channel, or sign up to our YouTube page for the Australian Lacrosse Network, and then you can screen it live onto your 75-inch smart TV. And what could be better in the quality that we will bring you than the 75-inch sitting in front of the telly, as Copeland just looking for someone down the bottom here, kicks it to Doherty. Doherty was really good yesterday too in that South Australia game. Really stood out as a real key defender, but came into offense as well. So unlucky that she didn't get on the scoreboard more, but really worked hard yesterday, as we see there. Marlowe just going about her work, looks down to Copeland. She's looking at that 1-2, and Marlowe just dropping the ball there. But that will be a WA ball. And this could be an opportunity for Marlowe, because if she steps in, she's got Copeland out the back. If Copeland presents up, could be a little one. But Waikato looks over the back there. Skylar Levy is going to get the back up down the back there. And Skylar Levy just picking up the ball as it comes back into play. And Skylar and Osha are good, young, up-and-coming female lacrosse players as well. Osha obviously in the under-19 team.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you've got to play a bit with them over here?
Yeah, they both play at East Fremantle.
Yep.
Oh, they're great kids. Great to play with, both smart players. Fast.
And who's the funniest person you've played with while you've been over here at East Fremantle?
The funniest? Oh, that's tough.
In the change rooms. There's always one.
Might give it to Olivia Wills.
Olivia Wills, there you go.
She takes it.
Olivia, you've been eaten out here as the comedian of the group, and but obviously a fantastic lacrosse player, because she has done a great job as Tatlow just picks up the ball, and she will have an opportunity here against Tuapiki. Love that name. And Tatlow against Tuapiki, the two T's. Who's going to win out here? Because Tatlow's been ripping shots. Oh, and it's Tuapiki this time. Tatlow just looking, dropping the hands to go low to the bounce shot, and Tuapiki says, "Not in my house, you don't." And kicks it up there to Harper Smith. But who does she have on her wearing her? That is Madison Copeland. And as I said, 21 against 12. And, oh, look at that. Great stick there. Here we go. She gets to have another opportunity, does she? No, look down the bottom there. Oh, that is over the top shelf. And Marlowe will be just kicking herself at that one. She thought that was home, but went top pipe.
Oh.
And unfortunately went the higher side of it. But a great pick out there from Tatlow. She was nasty with herself there, wasn't she?
That hurts.
But, you know, we have seen the goalie come out in the women's and someone missed an open goal this week. So, you know, it does happen. They do get smaller, those goals, as you get near them sometimes. Big save then again from Tuapiki. She had Tatlow. So the Tatlow-Tuapiki show at the moment, they're going like bulls at a gate at each other. They've certainly, and I'm sure Chloe Tatlow will be wanting to put one past just to try and get the edge, but Tuapiki standing up here as we see Marlowe come around the outside. Good crash there again from Waikato. Looks inside. There's Copeland. Yeah, you cannot let her get the ball in that sort of space inside. And Maddie Copeland with her 4th of the game. And that with 5 minutes gone in the 4th quarter, as we see the replay here, you just see ball kicked around and you just see sneaking in there Madison Copeland, and you cannot give her any space like that. Shout out to the people who are going to play her in the Worlds. You got to be a little bit more on her than that, otherwise she's going to make you pay.
A little bit tighter. Can't turn your head on her in the fan. She'll be gone.
But 1 goal in this last quarter with 5 minutes of lacrosse. So been really good lacrosse as we see ball kick out here. Oh, 1-2 almost. No, kicks it down there.
Good save.
And another big save there from Tuapiki. She's had some big saves in this game as she just drops the ball and allows Harper Smith to come through as a shorty to pick the ball up. And but she's got Tatlow on her. The 221s going and battling here together. Tatlow wanting to turn this ball over again as we get a tip on the just here as the ball just rattles out of bounds. And we will have Waikato bring it back in. And Amelia Platty just about to bring the ball in for offense as she's able to quick start. Oh, good part. Oh, good part. That could work here. Steps off the backside, just pushing in. Looks back here to Platchy. Platchy kicks it down there. And McKaylee Head with the ball, just stepped around. I think she tried to shoot on her left-hand side on the right hand, so
yeah,
probably
a little underhand shot.
Bit of a difficult shot there. Ground ball to be won here. And good work there from both WA and Waikato. Heads down as Mackenzie Harris goes about her work. Platchy just trying to barge through. And she's done well there to earn herself an opportunity to try and put a shot on the goalkeeper here in Karen Turner. And Karen Turner having not seen one for a while.
A bit cold.
Oh, is there the clean sheet about to dissipate here? No, it's not. Karen Turner well open to that one. She says, I'm not going to give up my clean sheet today. And Brianna just snuffing that one out high, but a shot on cage from Platchy as the ball kicks up here to Millie Doherty. And Millie Doherty has got Tatlow inside. She also has Rebecca Adamson inside. And she has Skylar Levy down the bottom corner. And Skylar Levy kicks it there to Courtney Johns. Courtney Johns, good defense, good roll on the left. Good roll back onto the right. Good crashing there from Waikato. But we're going to have a push here. Really difficult to defend in this women's game sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. Gotta be very careful.
So Courtney Johns with the ball. And Tuapiki is looking at it going, no, no, no. And unfortunately, Johns goes, yes, yes, yes. And Courtney Johns with her first of the game and the second of the quarter for WA. Again, a lot of those goals coming off these free starts. And I always say this in the women's game, and I've got a daughter who's a women goalie. Really unfair. Setting up as an attacker, you don't say that. You go, give me more of those.
Yeah, exactly.
but as a goalie, there's. I often say to Ryan here, imagine being in the cage in the Worlds with some of the American boys shooting at you with a one-on-one, and Courtney Johns putting that one away for WA. Yeah, you would not want to be a keeper for anything in the world, would you?
I wouldn't want to be a lacrosse goalie. No, ever.
They're a different breed.
Good for them.
They are.
They can stay there.
But they're unique in their own abilities, and we wouldn't have a game without them. Although as attackers, we'd like to have them not in there sometimes. Makes it easy to score.
Oh, that'd be no fun.
Yeah, no, true. We'd still hit the bar and bounce off, and then the coaches would get into us.
Absolutely.
As we see Courtney Johns just around the outside, looks inside. Great inside look there to Mitchell. And Mitchell has her hat-trick for the game here in the fourth quarter, as a stick check is about to be performed here. And don't see too many of them that are deemed illegal. Have you ever had your stick deemed illegal?
No, never.
Never?
Never. Not yet.
There you go. So a clean sheet there too.
For now.
For now.
Well, as long as it's not raining. Good.
So we had that was Erin Mitchell's hat trick there, and she gets her first of the term. WA out to 19-0 lead here with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter of this 3-4 playoff. And if you're on the live feed, stay tuned to us on the Australian Lacrosse Network, because coming up we have the 2 gold medal games between the men's and the women's. They are both Victoria versus South Australia. So tell your friends and family if they're not doing anything on this Easter Sunday, and happy Easter to everyone out there. We hope the chocolate isn't melting on your fingers as you speak, to just dial up on the line, on that line, to the Australian Lacrosse Network. Get on and watch some fantastic lacrosse for the afternoon, and we will see who runs out the victors in the 2 gold medal games. And Victoria, obviously, in the men's have had the ascendancy over the week. Will that continue? Finals are funny things. Little flick up here to Adamson. Adamson to Tuapiki. And Tuapiki, another big save down low. Just can't seem to get the ball past her at times. And a good check there from WA as the ball comes back with interest. And here's your comedian, Wills. She's just trying to make him laugh in there by stepping around left, right and centre. And Adamson, she had the shot at the last goal, so she wouldn't mind having another crack at Tuapiki. Just trying to put one past again. And the ball down the back here with Erin Mitchell. She has a hat-trick for the day. As coming on the backside there. Oh, good patience here from WA. Just kicks it up to Plummer. Plummer looks inside. Oh, there's Wills. As she's trying to run rings around the girls in the centre there. Plummer just pulling out as we see Adamson go into the middle there with Marlowe. Marlowe kicks it back there to Mitchell. Marlowe and Adamson working the centre here as Plummer picks up the ball under pressure. Good inside roll with a push on here as the ball kicks down the back. Advantage being played. Looks inside. Oh, another big save from Tuapiki. And there's Adamson monstered, but she will cop a check there, and she will take the ball here. And Adamson has an opportunity to redeem herself against Tuapiki from that last shot. Where does she shoot this one, Courtney?
She's going low.
Going low?
Bounce shot for sure.
Oh, look at Tuapiki. She's baiting her low too.
Mm-hmm.
She wants her to go high. And low she goes, and she learnt from the last one. Oh, very, very happy with that she is.
Yeah, should be.
And Rebecca Adamson on the board in this fourth term. And it's always good once the goalie's beaten you once as an attacker to get one back. And but really good work there from Adamson. She gets her first of the game and first of the quarter, obviously, because it's first of the game. And WA have 4 in this last term. We've got about over 4.5 minutes here. WA out to a 20-0 lead. And so, yeah, you'd be looking forward to going from the summer to the summer when you get back. Yeah. Although you won't quite be summer when you get back.
It'll be a little chilly still, but they'll be getting there.
But at least the thermometer will be going that way.
Exactly.
Upwards.
Go in the right direction.
Go in the right direction.
That's what we want.
Yeah. So what sort of temperatures are average over in Boston when you get back in summer?
Oh, for summer it'd be not too far off from here. Maybe not as hot, but I'd say it, but I'm not sure what it is in Celsius.
Okay. Give me Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit, 85.
Okay. So yeah, about 32, 31, 32. Yeah. I try and work that. I was a
Perfect.
chef once upon a time, so I used to work in Fahrenheit on the old ovens.
Perfect.
I may have got that wrong there, but
Yeah,
you know what?
I don't know.
Why let a lie get in the way of a
Someone
good
will look it
story? I'm sure someone will send us a shout out exactly to what that is, as people do on the Australian Lacrosse Network, just to prove me wrong. And I don't mind it, because every time you do that, I learn as well. Yeah, we have a habit of making things up. And as we see here, Bailey Eastman off to the races. She's on the outside there, got Marlowe. Eastman looks to Marlowe. Marlowe, good defense there from, but Marlowe steps inside again. Oh, did she have some heat on that, Marlowe? And that is her first of the game. And again, I think she's pretty happy with that one, because she has been peppering the goals today and just able to put one in the back of the net. And really good to see these younger players getting on the board, and, you know, why not be excited as an attacker?
Yeah, she's been working hard for that one. It's good to see everybody getting on the board for sure.
And it was good, because you saw Eastman there as on the replay as it's just happened. She was just waiting for Marlowe to come down that right-hand side, and she almost, you know, she stopped the big sprint to let her get to her to draw that defender of the 2-on-1. And Marlowe just running into trouble, but then stepped back and managed to pop that one away into the back of the net with some force, as we see Waikato here. And that's a great pickup from Fitzpatrick, just kicking it down there to Michaeli Head. And Michaeli Head looking for, and that kicked up to Kibby. Kibby, who's been taking a lot of centres for Waikato. As the ball is kicked up here. And great pick up there from Millie Doherty. She wouldn't mind a goal either, I don't think. She's got eyes on the cage, looks up the top. Good pressure and good patience from Doherty. Doherty, though, there she goes. And she loves it as well. That is also her first for the game. And Millie Doherty just doing it all herself there.
Very well done. She knew what she wanted.
I thought she was going to part the waves down there with the initial attack on the defence, but just runs it behind X and says, you know what, I don't mind coming from this. And she is on the board, and I can tell you the WA girls just about have most people on the scoreboard. So are they looking here with the last few minutes at trying to get everyone a goal? Because it doesn't happen very often. So Skylar Levy without one at the moment. Obviously, Karen Turner, and she's not allowed to go down there, so she is out. Osha Levy, who hasn't seen much game time today, you know, had a great game yesterday with the MVP. And Alana Davis, obviously not on the scoreboard either. So they're doing a great job here, WA, to share the ball around, as we see the centre draw being taken here. And great pick up there from Skylar Levy. She doesn't have one either, so she may be just trying to get in here. But Holly Plummer has different ideas. And we're going to have a yellow card. We've got yellow card here as we have a minute. 101 on the clock. Okay, so that is her second. So that will be a yellow red card. So she will actually sit 5 minutes of penalties. But that doesn't really matter, because there's 101 in the game clock here. So 101 in the game clock. We have Waikato in the bench for a yellow-red. So that'll be a 5-minute penalty, as we see Plummer, who just popped that one inside. Oh, looks down the back. There we go. And Isla Fraser with her hat-trick of the day. That is 3 for Fraser. Great look down the bottom there from Plummer. Sorry, great look to the bottom, as we see on the replay here for the Australian Lacrosse Network. See Plummer just good eyes, jaw, and fantastic finish there.
Beautiful.
2-0 lead. Here we go. Kicks it down here to Davis. Davis looks over the top. Oh, that popped in. No, there she is again. And Isla Fraser just in the right space at the right time. And that was really quick out of the centre. Good look inside. Just popped off the top of the stick. Straight to Fraser. But you know you're going to have a day out when the ball just pops into your stick off an inherent tip.
Doesn't get much better.
And see here down the bottom that, Davis dropped down the bottom, looked inside. Little tip up. And sometimes right place, right time. And that is 4 for Isla Fraser. And she is certainly putting her hand up potentially for an MVP in this game.
Absolutely.
Who, having watched this game, who will your MVP thoughts be for the WA side?
Oh, I don't know. That's tough because everybody's working so hard. It's split even on goals pretty much. I mean, everybody's getting their shot. So
less than clock is on the field now. As we see the ball come down the bottom, ball to be won on the ground. As Osha Levy, that one's come off the bar. And good opportunity. She'll have one coming around the back. Looks inside. Oh, a little shovel there. That didn't work. Fraser trying to get her 5th of the game. Levy needs to get a shot off. And Levy, bang, there she goes. Gets herself on the board. And Skylar Levy, right in the dying seconds of this game, adds another goal scorer to the WA list. And they have shared the ball around exceptionally well.
That is so good to see.
So you see here on the replay, we have 6 seconds left in this game. So the centre draw will take place, and shortly after that, this game will be blown to a finish. And these two teams have had a fantastic week here as we see Skylar Levy come back into the centre. So that was Skylar Levy there, number 24, as she takes the centre draw here. So, yeah, your MVP? Go on, pick one.
Oh, man.
Okay, Courtney's just looking down the list. There's so many marks on my page here at the moment. It looks a bit like a noughts and crosses. And there is the game. So WA running out 24-0 winners. Thought process?
I might give it to Isla or Bailey Eastman.
Okay, so we've got Isla, Fraser there, or Bailey Eastman for Courtney. And for Waikato, look, they had some really good people, but you know what? I'm gonna put it out here that Zoe Kayanen in the cage, that
Absolutely.
first and third term, did a fantastic job for her Waikato team, and I would say the MVP would be coming her way today, and she had an outstanding game in the cage for Waikato. Although they battled hard all over the field, Ashley Carl did a great job as well, as did all the Waikato players. And Kyra Rollingston obviously sitting out on the sideline today. Not able to play, did an ankle the other day, so quite disappointed. But big shout out to you here, Kyra, because it's great that you could come over. And that ankle looks all right, but while the crutches are out, we wish you a speedy recovery. And we're going to shoot over here to the MVP presentations as we just get the girls organised. And we have the girls just lining up here for the MVP presentations. The last one of the tournament for these two teams. And really played in good spirit these games, as they always are. Lacrosse is that thing, isn't it? Combatant off on the field. But as soon as you get off, it's always a good party time with your opponents and teammates.
Absolutely.
That's why we love lacrosse.
That's why we love it.
That's why we love it. Cannot get better. And so we are just about heading there. The girls just doing their cheers. So we will head over to the two coaches for Waikato and for WA, and that is Mike Rush for Waikato and Tegan Brown for WA. And Tegan coached last year?
Yep.
So you coached under Teague?
Yep.
Good coach?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Good player too, I hear.
Very talented.
Player coach out here at East Fremantle?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
Does she feed you lots?
Sometimes
is
just doesn't
she
need
the assist man? No, she just does it herself. She goes, okay, Courtney, you just stay there and you guard those three defenders.
I make space.
Oh, good.
Don't cut me short. I make space.
You know what? It is underrated in the ability to make space. And I tried to make space when I played in the crease, but I didn't move far enough to create any. So they say 2 steps is not quick enough to move to make space for the attackers coming through. As we shoot over here to the MVP presentations on what has been a great week for these girls, and we will hear from the coaches.
I just wanted to say thank you for a really hard fought last game. You guys, you go to your benefit, you go until the very last whistle, and that kind of hustle is congratulations to you guys. And again, thank you for coming over to sunny Perth. I know it's a bit of a trek for you guys. So I hope you have enjoyed your time here. Your MVP for today is your goalie, Zoe.
voice. Thank you. What did I do?
Once again, congratulations, WA. You just totally outclassed our girls. You got a very, very good team, and yeah, well done again. Just one thing for our guys. I think one of our goals for today was to push you guys as hard as we could, and there were lots of moments in the game where I felt we did do that, but unfortunately we've got to keep that up on a consistent basis, and that's just the challenge for our girls moving forward. So MVP is Chloe Tatlow.
And as the MVP presentations wrap up over there, and for the WA team, Chloe Tatlow might have slipped under the radar there. She did a power of work down the forward line and through the centre. Ended up with a couple of goals. She gets the MVP for WA, but as you say, it was so shared around there, Courtney, that it could have gone anyway in that WA team. And I think just rewards for the Waikato team there, because Zoe Kayanen had an outstanding game in the cage there, and congratulations to Zoe. She really stood up big time for her teammates in this game. And as the girls just wrap around, and there we go, there's Courtney. Courtney doesn't realise she's on the live stream yet, but she looks much better than I do with my big fuzzy ball in front of my head. Yeah, so just reiterating, MVPs were Chloe Tatlow for WA, and Zoe Kayanen for New Zealand or Waikato. We wish them all the best for the rest of their lacrosse seasons. And on behalf of myself, Chloe, thank you for Courtney. Chloe, I've got Chloe here. Sorry, my bad. Courtney, for stepping in, and I hope you enjoyed the half sitting in here.
Absolutely, I had so much fun.
We wish you well for obviously your travels back to Boston. We hope you take great memories back from being here in Australia for the year and a half, and at some point, hopefully, all these people that were here in WA will come over and visit you and crash on your land at some point.
Absolutely, I hope so.
And as we wrap it up here from the Australian Lacrosse Network, on behalf of Courtney, Scott, Ryan, and myself, Tony Watts, we will be back very shortly for the two big games of the day and the gold medal on the Australian Lacrosse Network. That is South Australia and Victoria in both men's and the women's. Until then, we will see you very, very shortly for those live feeds.
We'll be right back.